Yeah, you know what? Let's just get started. Where do we leave off last time? Well, in the last episode, we left off on the right outside the door of Schubert's grandpa's place, because Schubert, a talented pianist who was wrongfully accused of vandalism of the principal's office in the Cantus music school established by Leon Friedrich Richter, he was framed for vandalizing the office. He didn't actually do it. Only the principal and Forte's party believes him, so now we're off to apologize and get him back. That's roughly where we left off after a very perilous climb. It was fighting non-stop. Alright, here we go. So this is actually like a straight up tavern. So surprisingly enough, there's a resonance stone in here because there's one of these tablets here. Oh god, the frame drop. There's a tablet here. So there is a resonance stone in this tavern somewhere. Let's go for it. But first, Doll Knight, Volume 5. Gotta get that. Do we get any upgrades? We don't. Yep, we don't. Alright, cool. And this is oh wait, this is a healing. Do I need to heal? I'm probably fine. So what is this old guy's name? Let me look it up. Raisin. Okay. That's what his name literally translates into, but names translations are weird. So we clarified to Schubert that it was a misunderstanding. The principal cleared it all up. He's not under suspicion of anything. He's welcome to come back. And the conversation moves to his grandfather Raisin, who is in fact the previous principal of the Cantus Musical School. And of course, being the previous principal of a school established by Leon Friedrich Richter himself, he knows the guy personally. So he tells us of a story that happened over 50 years ago when old man Raisin was only 30. He was describing a time of famine when he was 30 years old. Nobody had anything to eat, and in desperation, Raisin gathered up a bunch of his old friends and had the intention to become bandits, to rob people for survival. But just as they were setting off, they bump into a lone traveler. And that lone traveler happened to be Leon Friedrich Richter. He put Leon's Richter's throat to his knife, threatening him with death unless he gave food. But Leon would not move. The only thing he said was, "Before you kill me, please let me play my lute." Since that was Leon's last wish, Raisin relented and let him do so. But even though there was a knife pressed up against him, Leon Friedrich Richter did not lose his composure and went on to give a very satisfying, soulful, and sad performance. A performance that was so moving, it made him no longer consider the ways of violence and banditry. And afterwards, he could find that him and all his companions broke down in tears over his performance. And after Leon pacified them, he gave them some beans and sent them on their way. And by beans, I mean seeds. My bad. Oh. Seeds that grow into beans in 3 months' time to help them with the famine. And while farming for those beans in their off time, they started practicing inspired by Leon's performance, and that was how the Cantus Music School was founded. So, energized by that story, Schubert with Forte run back to Cantus for more practice. So McBain remains behind and asks him if he's so close with Leon Frederick Richter, does he know about the resonance stones that Leon left behind? And Raisin says yes, he does know of it. In fact, he has one. But he's not going to give a resonance stone away to a bunch of strangers without cause and refuses to hand it over. Leon once told him that this resonance stone should only be given to those that are worthy of it. McBain agrees, and he thinks that he shouldn't just get the resonance stone this easily, and he'll come back in due time and prove that he is worthy of it. He shows him the resonance stone, which is the resonance stone of life. By the time they made it back, the concert has already begun. No time to practice? We'll do it live! We'll do it live! The Cantus School Orchestra has begun, and let's go! First performance. Uh-oh. Well, those are the Swing Gang. They're ambushed behind the curtains. How we didn't spot them is anybody's guess, but here they are. Forte immediately recognizes the Swing Gang, and the Swing Gang comes up to start bullying people. Oh. Ow. Okay, Muso's dead. The Swing Gang came here for one reason, is to demand the principal to hand over the treasure being held in the school. They brought a bomb and is threatening to blow up the performance unless it is handed over. That's actual terrorism, by the way. You can't do that. The principal capitulates and is going off to retrieve the treasure in the school. So the principal hands over the box containing Leon Frederick Richter's music score. Schubert charges out to try to stop them, but the bomb detonates midair. And they've gone. Turns out it's not an explosive bomb, it's just a flash grenade. Most of the students have since been calmed down, except for one person. Schubert, he's extremely vigilant to go after the Swing Gang no matter what, because they just broke in broad daylight and stole the music score. Schubert demands that he be allowed to go retrieve Leon Frederick's music score, but the principal won't let him because he thinks that it's dangerous. Schubert still insists, and the principal tells him to shut the hell up and gives him a single test to play Leon Frederick Richter's practice score. Schubert is wondering why he's being asked to do this at this moment. and the principal simply asks him to do it. The principal asks if he looked at the music score to do that performance just now, and he says he hasn't. He's already memorized the entire score, so he doesn't need it anymore. The principal praises him because that was the correct answer. He says that the music score is only something that is recorded on paper, but the true essence of music is to be able to perform it and understand it and be able to communicate it through emotion. Schubert still protests that this thing that was taken is a treasure of the school and they shouldn't just let the swing gang have it. But the principal says that there is another treasure more valuable than that. Schubert asks what that treasure is, and the principal simply replies with, "It's all of the students here." So the crew goes to a tavern to relax and discuss their next steps. McBain tells the crew that Raisin is the person that holds the next Resonance Stone, but he is only on Frederick Richter's wishes, waiting for the right person to appear. This right person so far hasn't really appeared, and they can't really do anything. But hey, since the school's performance is beginning, might as well go. Now it's our turn to perform. And it's not gonna be that easy. The swing guy reappears and says that we've been deceiving him because the thing that we handed over wasn't the actual treasure they were after. So he just throws the music score right down there on the floor. Now he brought an actual bomb. He swears it's an actual bomb this time. And thus finally the swing gang boss names his prize. He wants the Resonance Stone. Forte hears the term and is stunned because somehow the swing gang knows about the Resonance Stones and they're after it too. The principal says, and correctly claims, that no such thing exists. But of course the swing gang boss, working off old intel, is told that the principal has it, unknowing that the principal in question is actually the previous principal that lives all the way up on a mountain now. One of the swing gang members run up and says that in the mountains they found a hermit of the previous principal, so they discover Raisin's whereabouts. The swing gang instantly realizes this, detonates the second definitely real bomb but still a flash bomb, and now they're off to the tavern in the hilltops to get the stone. Schubert realizes his grandpa is in danger and he's run off. Realizing they can't leave Schubert to confront them alone, Forte and crew are off as well to rescue Raisin before the swing gang can get to him. And here I will actually make a save. And I'm gonna heal. And of course, he's not here, so let's go look for him. The swing guy recognizes us because we bested them once before with the help of some rats. We demand the release of Ryzen, and the swing gang boss says, of course, as long as he relinquishes the stone. Forte asks why they want the resonance stones, and the boss simply replies with, to get stronger. Ryzen firmly refuses, and here comes Schubert tossing in another one of his prank grenades, the sneeze bombs. Everybody on scene sneezes like hell, including Forte, who got caught in the collateral. This causes the swing gang to retreat. Schubert apologizes, he mixed in a bit too much peppermint this time, but at least it was enough to chase off the swing gang. And after Raisin has been rescued, they finally return to Cantus and for the third time attempt to begin the orchestra. Hearing the performance, Raisin decides that we are the ones and hands us the life resonance stone and claims that we are the chosen ones. Raisin says that normal travelers will not bat an eye to an incident like this, but they were the ones who leapt into rescue. So based on that, he decides that they're virtuous enough to be worthy of the resonance stone. Now we bid farewell to Schubert and Raisin, and now we're off to our next town, Bozero, a town of bakers, because they're famous for their bakery. So off we go to Bozero. I'm going to equip life on. Oh, wait, what do I get from life? Life is the life resonance stone allows us to heal, so it just lets us cast healing magic. But at the same time, it allows us to gain defense and magic defense, which is pretty good. Seems like it's best to use on Una as a backline caster. Dan, thank you for the prime. More pigs, more jump bugs. Oh, I remember these things. They're nasty ones. We'll sprinkle him with some water. That ought to put him down. I'm still very torn on extremely free-flow combat in this game. Angelic production, this takes me back. Well, it does have a weird sense of nostalgia to it. The thing that takes me back the most is the combat system. This was the first RPG series I played. Not this game in particular, but I played a previous one, where AT combat systems like this is how I started gaming. And since then, I've never really seen it replicated. This game is weirder with the AT combat system. Like, it's not what I'm used to. It doesn't show the AT bar. That's a hidden value because as far as I can tell, it's a random value instead of like a set stat that you can accrue. Because before, weapons and armors had weight, so if you equipped a higher stat weapon and armor, for example, it weighs you down, so you had bigger delay after attacks. In this game, there doesn't seem to be such a thing. Like, the AT stat just got completely removed in favor of like, you attack, now stand still for a second or two. That's still the part I'm torn on, because I'm not sure if I like that. I liked it better in 4, and I think to a degree 3, where it's more structured. Because in this game, it's just, oh, you attacked, sit still for a sec, and get rolled. Why is Jan healing? He's not supposed to be healing. Now we got the pigs trapped at least, so the pigs are not going to be dashing out. The Sasquatch do hit very hard, but we got him. This also gets to a point where, because your AT values I don't think actually exist as a firm value, you can have some very bullshit fights. Like, it works both ways. There are some battles where you can just keep juggling an enemy, you do a knockback, they walk up, you hit them again, and you just juggle them to death, and it works both ways, you can have it done to you. There are other times where it's very even fight. It's very strange. Anyway. So that's a poisonous bug, and that's a bug that can jump and smash you for like 7,000 damage. Oh, there's the jump. Don't fall on the dog. God damn it, what did my dog ever do to you? Let's heal. Let's heal the puppy. Let's heal McBain. Let's heal Forte. It's a 20 HP heal. Okay, good to remember. Because I think the healing is supposed to scale, but the dog doesn't have stats. Maybe. Oh, it's much quieter this time up. I'm not being swarmed by enemies. This is a much more pleasant climb than last time. Oh, never mind. 2 Sasquatches, 1 bug. That's fine. We can take them. Oh, I was looking away. Una died. Uh oh. Whoops. They took a break on the hilltops because for some reason the climb this time takes a bit more effort. And while they're resting, they talk about life and things. Like Bane reminds Forte and Una that being a troubadour is more than just performing music, but it also involves helping people and basically giving a helping hand to those that are in need. The feel-good kind of stuff. Also, oh my god. I don't have Una. Now I wonder. How do I revive Una with no resurrection potions? Can I do this? Nope. Oh no! Oh, I do. I do have a healing potion. Okay, cool. How much does this heal for? 40? Okay. This heals 40 HP. Let's give it back to Una. She's gonna need it. It's like, there's no way I don't have revive potions, right? I don't know. I usually don't spend money buying things. Let's take care of the piggies. No? Okay, the Sasquatchers are here. Yeah. Okay, well... might as well. Double attack the Sasquatch. Why not? Okay, that's too much mana for too little output. Just... ow, what the? Oh no, my dog! Come on, dog! Come on, doggy! Don't let them... We're back at the tea house. I'm gonna restock. I'm gonna buy two. I'm gonna buy 2 revive potions just in case I die again. And oh look, we're reunited with Burian, the owner of that fancy schmancy mansion in Viento that we helped out with. Burian tells Rick that his comrades are being well taken care of by the maids, as was previously agreed. Forte seems very happy about that, and Forte asks what Burian's doing here. Burian says that he wants to attend a banquet on Realtome Island, so he is passing by. But on the way there, he forgot something at the last inn, so he fetches Butler to go get it for him. Burian asks what we're doing, we're telling him we're going to Bozero. And he wishes us well and sends us on our way. So now we're off to Bozero. The soldier asks us where we're going, we tell him to Bozero. And the soldier says, nope, sorry, no passage. Due to activities by the Swing Gang, all of the checkpoints are under lockdown for our safety. She says there is an exception, you have to be an ambassador or a prominent figure to be allowed through. So as long as we can prove our identity, we can pass. But fortunately, we do know someone that is a prominent figure, so we're gonna run all the way back and talk to Burian and ask him to let us through. Burian is more than happy to volunteer to be our representative. And here comes the butler. I'm gonna heal. Now back on the checkpoint. Off we go. And here comes our ambassadors, and we're gonna hitch a ride through on him. The soldier seems starstruck and asks how do we even know such an important figure? And of course, no problems here. We're gonna be able to go through. Present our passport, we can go. Burian is going off to Ryotom Island and wishes us well on our trip to Bozero. Monkey! Holy shit, the monkey hurts. I'm beginning to think the dog is falling off. He's getting beat up. Go chase the monkey! Chase the monkeys! Kill monkey! Get the monkey! Ah! He's in the region loop. Wow, monkey's hurt. Just walked up and slapped Jan. My dog is not going. My dog is falling off. He's so squishy. And he does no damage. And he can't even equip resonance stones. There's so many things wrong with my dog. Oh shoot. Oh god, who'd I give cleanse to? McBain? Why did I give cleanse to McBain? What was I thinking 2 weeks ago? Please. Oh my god. I just got soloed by the monkey! Alright. Where's my freaking... chase him for hate. Nice. Heal here, heal here, heal here. At least he's a good healer still. I'm gonna force Jan to sit back and heal for convenience. Did McBain miss a punch? Oh, that's the other thing. I never really see attacks miss in this game. Evasion is not really a stat. Also, these monkeys hurt like hell. 10 damage? My god. Never even internalized how much that is. Okay, there it is. There's McBain level up. I think I level up after this, so let's go all out. Just blast them. Nice. Got the level up exactly as predicted. Now we're in Bozero. Jan immediately smells bread in the air. This is the town of bakery, so there's a lot of bakers here. First, I believe there are things we have to do. Let's get equipment upgrades all around. That's another book, volume 4, we got it. Now I'm looking for the embassy here. This isn't an embassy, this is just an inn. Oh my god, the staircase is hidden. Don't actually need anything here. She just sells accessories for prices that are frankly a rip-off, so, you know, not worth it. So we go into the bread shop and we ask to buy some bread because this town is famous for it. The owner of the shop recognizes Forte, and Forte asks, how do you know him? Well, we have met him before. His name is Altos. He won first place in the very first competition of the game where Forte took second place in. Forte recognizes him and the two start chatting. Altos and Forte praise each other for their fantastic performance during the competition. And Una asks if this place is his home, and he says yes, he runs this shop. And he plays the lute as his as a side hobby. Altos asks us to go with him and introduces us as his new friends. He hands us a bunch of loaves of bread fresh out of the oven. McBain praises Altos for being a talented baker and a musician and says that his bread is divine. Altos thanks him for the praise and knows that they can put this new bread in their new menu. And asks us if we've been to... I need this woman's name. Give me a second. Rupthia? Rupthia. Huh. Rupthia. He says that Lady Upthia has placed an order for 30 breads. So Altos is off to make the delivery. And we're gonna follow him. So we hand him the ticket that he forgot, which allows him an audience with Lady Ruthia. And now off we go. Alto says that he wants to have a nice chat with Forte and asks us how long we'll be staying in Berezor for. Forte says he doesn't know, they'll be staying as long as it takes to find the Resonance Stone in here. Altos asks what a Resonance Stone is, and we tell him the rough story that there are stones left behind by Leon Frederick Richter in his most famous melody, the Water Melody. Forte asks if this is also Altos' mission in life to look for the stones, and he says no, he's just a baker. So Una asked if he's such a talented musician, if he idolizes the works of Leon Frederick Richter, and Alto says so and so. He learned to play the instrument mostly for his sister. Forte asks about the sister that they've never heard of before. Alto says that he once had an older sister, but due to circumstances beyond their control, they've been separated for a very long time. He doesn't even remember what the incident was because it happened when he was really young. He said that his sister was a very talented songstress, so he remembers a lot of her songs. And the only thing he remembers is that on the day he and his sister parted, she sang a song for him. Una asks why his sister had to leave, if that's a reason that he knows about. Alto says that he has an idea or so, but every time he brings up his sister, his parents become really sad for some reason, so he never really pressed about it. Forte deduces that is why he learned how to play the instruments in the first place, because his sister loved to sing. Alto thinks that if his music becomes famous worldwide, then surely that must grant them a chance to reunite someday. Alto says although that is his dream to be reunited with his sister, he can't really go to concerts all over the world because he shouldn't be leaving his parents alone at home and just go out traveling. That will make them miss him. Altos has been called back to duty. The people working at the quarry nearby has ordered 30 shares of bread, so he's off to bake for them. He invites us to stay in Berezor for as long as we need. So I guess we're just off to move around for a bit. So that's Lady Pruthia. She gives us condolences because the swing gang makes traveling hard for musicians. She asks us to give a performance for the soldiers, so we will. So we're gonna give a performance to the soldiers. We get $300 for our performance, and the soldiers go back to go back to their drills. Thanks for the money. I'm not sure if we still need that money. And it's like 3 revival potions. So in the bar, we hear some rumors that in the quarry, the same place that Altos is about to deliver bread to, they've unearthed some ancient ruins with strange carvings on the walls. Carvings in the shape of a musical instrument. And in fact, I believe if we check our book, map, yeah, in the quarry, well, in the quarry and the old quarry, there are resonance stones. So you know what? Let's go check it out. Oh my god. Those are the hyenas? The hyenas look so cute! Oh, those are the cutest hyenas I've ever seen, man. Oh, look at the bite! It's so cute! Oh, they're adorable. It's like a puppy. It's like a puppy with a very bushy tail. It's so cute. Alright, get the cute puppies. Oh, they deal 1 damage. That's not bad at all. Oh, they also deal 1 damage. Oh, I guess the equipment upgrades really worked in my favor. Jan's still getting the crap kicked out of him because dog. No one said a dog can't equip things. Aw, look at him fainting. Aw. That's adorable. They're so cute! Oh my god, Jan, I'm gonna have to backline you. You can't be taking this much damage. Oh my god! Jan does damage! That was a kick for 15! Holy! Alright, take back everything bad I ever said about the dog. He hit a 15. He's good. He can stay. If only he gets tankier. Like, that's the one thing. I wish the dog was tankier. Can't really do much. Like, fantastic healer, don't get me wrong, but my god. Sometimes trying to get this dog to survive has been an adventure and a half. The 7 EXP each. That's not bad. Alright. Give everybody a shower with your tongue. Lick, lick, lick. Okay. Everybody's healed up. Really tapping into Jan's mana pool there. Yeah, we'll be fine. Oh, treasure chest. Resurrection potion. Excellent. Just what I needed in case Una dies again. Oh, that's synchronized 22. My god. That looks sick. McBain? Hello? Just standing there. So the old quarry is to the north and the quarry is to the west. Let's check out the old quarry, see if they can even let us in. I don't think they'll let us in, but it'd be funny to try. Oh, wow, what a... That's a rock monkey. Alright. Slap the rock monkey. Oh, actually, you should cast on that. Oh! What the f- He throws rocks! Holy shit! Holy, okay, we're leaving, holy fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god, what even is that? Oh my god, 1 damage. Please, please, live. Okay. Oh, that was a disaster. That was almost a disaster. thing just chunked me for like most of my life bar. Alright, get the hyena, we're done here. We leveled up, there's that. Those rocks throwing monkeys, no chill, man. Is there another one? There's another one. Oh no. It's literally the same fight. Alright, same strat. Exact same strat. Oh, tank it before tank. Pain is temporary. Pain is temporary. Okay, got it. Una needs to heal. Keep healing, because she's gonna level up and get her mana bar back. So why not just keep healing? There's the sign. The old quarry is locked because monsters. Blah blah blah. Alright, we got rocks thrown at us. We now have permanent brain damage. But at least we found a sign. Oh, the EXP curve is getting up there. Now it's like 120 EXP to level? Huh. Interesting. It's really getting up there. Oh no! No! Alright, terminate with extreme prejudice, as they say. Ow! Ow. Lick yourself. Aw, didn't get it off. Oh well. Oh well. Pretty sure that's the right way. Yeah, this is a treasure chest. What's in here? What's... let me open it. Oh. Okay. Oh my god, where was this in my life? It's -5 defense to the one I have now, but it gives us resistance against earth magic. I am equipping that shit. I imagine I'll be keeping it on me for as long as around this area. So the miner forbids us from going any further because they discovered a strange stone locked in the chest with a strange carving on it. We discovered that must be the resonance stone and asked for a permit to entry. The miner says we're not allowed to pass because only authorized personnel are allowed to pass. This is a quarry. The authorized personnel are miners. So McBain says, sure, let's become miners. And if we want to become miners, there's an examiner at the entrance to the quarry, and we can ask him for some certification. So yeah, let's do that. I guess we're miners now. Forte says, yeah, we want to be apprentice miners. The examiner says, sure, but there's monsters in the cave. We're like, fuck what we care. We don't care. And Forte says, oh, it's fine. If anything bad happens, we'll just leave the grandpa behind and run. So the examiner says, we can't become miners, just pass this test. We talked to the foreman and he asked us what we want. We said we want to be miners. And he says, sure, the test is beat me. So we need to win a 1v1 against this guy. With one of our party members. Alright, so I know you should take Forte. But oh, we can't even pick the dog. I wanted to let the dog fight him. Alright, we'll use Forte. We'll use Forte. Oh, actually, no, we're not using Forte. We're using Wuna. Wuna's behind in EXP. We're using Wuna. We're gonna make him lose to a girl. And we're just gonna throw water in his face. Boom! How do you like that? Oh wow, he's weak. Oh my god, he's so weak. Oh my god, this isn't even fair. Oh my god, this isn't even fair. Alright, bye. 34 EXP, my god. So we beat up the foreman, so we're more than strong enough to handle the rest of the enemies inside, so we pass. Now we can enter the quarry. So we get a water bucket, and we need to go water some. We need to go water places in the mines. Basically, helps them extract rocks. We're gonna go to the very bottom level first. Just work our way up. Oh. So there's the bucket. We just fill up this bucket and we pour water on the rocks. Oh my god, more rocks. Actually, no, I have rock armor. Get him! The concerning part here is this poisonous spider or poisonous rat. That's a rat? Oh no, no, it's not a rat. It's a porcupine. Okay. So this thing is poisonous, so we should watch us. Oh my god, the earth armor? Holy shit! That's incredibly strong. I'm taking 1 damage from rocks now? Okay, so as long as Forte is tanking the rock monkeys, everything should be fine. I take no damage from rocks now. I didn't realize it was that dramatically effective. I knew it was good, I didn't know it was that good. I'm taking 1 damage now. Alright. And suddenly Luna is highest EXP because she won a duel. Interesting how that works. Resurrection potion, gonna need that. Healing blade, what? Oh, this is lifesteal, but it's -3 attack. I'll take it. I'll take it. -3 attack for lifesteal, I'll make that trade-off. Oh, what's this? Healing potion? Okay, that's 1. So we need to spray water on 6 locations. Did I miss one? Just gonna double check. Make sure I didn't miss anywhere. Nope, we're good. Alright. So that's the lowest level done, I believe. Okay, go to the mid level. That's number 2. Oh. Interesting layout. There was a miner passing around here. That guy's hitting a Una. Creepy. Here's rock number 3. Alright, let's take the other tunnel out. I know we can still go upstairs, but I want to see what's here first. Ew, okay. There's nothing. Oh, uh-oh. You guys weren't here before. Oh, Forte, you can't miss that. Come on, man. Oh, come on, man. Nothing here. Alright, we'll go upstairs. Oh, wait. This is a staircase down. I thought that was a doodad. Alright, fine by me. Oh, another stairs down. Okay. Let's see where this leads us. No, we found it. So this is where the resonance stone is, but the quarry, the miner here won't let us through unless we finish our job. I guess we're gonna go back and pour some more water. That's number 4. That's number 5. 1 left. Number 6. That's a mana potion. I'll take it. Oh shit, where am I? Wait a minute, I've never been here. I'm gonna force both of them to cast so they stay back. That means Forte should get in range of the rock monkey. Okay, good. Forte is the one who takes aggro. Perfect. Oh my god, what is that? Consecutive rock throw. Yeah, never been here before. Alright, we'll explore around. See what's what. 2 healing potions. I see. We came all the way here for that. Interesting. How do I leave again? It was down this way, out through south tunnels here, take the elevator up. Ah, no, wrong button. Let me up. Let me up. So now we go collect our pay. $500? So now that we finished our job, we asked the examiner if we can go take a look. And he agrees. So now we're off to get the resonance stone, and we're gonna take it and leave with it, and nobody here will have to find out. At least that was the plan, I think. We're just gonna take the stone with us. That's why we're here, and I don't think they're gonna stop us, right? Is he gonna show us the gimmick of this dungeon? So by knocking on that stone, the pillars make sound. This is the resonant stone Earth. Listen to the sound of the pillars. You will understand the tune to learn the art of Earth. Okay. I'm assuming it's not 52134. Oh, it is. Alright, it was that simple. Resonance Earth. We retrieve it, and then suddenly a sinister voice says, "Oh, this sells for a high price. The Swing Gang." The Swing Gang demands us hand it over because the resonant stone fetches a high price on the black market. We said, yeah, no, we're not letting you have it. And it's time to fight. The Swing Gang's using their signature technique of using music to put us to sleep and then robbing us blind. And here comes Altos. Altos finds that everyone here has been put to sleep. And there's the newcomer foreman who used to slack off at work and fall asleep, but has found a way to counter it with mint. And thus he's the only one that did not fall asleep. He tells Altos that the Swing Gang has put everybody to sleep, and because he snuck some mint candies, he's able to resist it. So Altos and the newcomer foreman clean everybody up, put them into bed, and all is well. Altos looks over for us until we wake up. And yes, of course, we check. The Earth Resonance Stone is gone, but all of our other Resonance Stones are still here. They only took Earth. McBain is truly pissed off this time because we got robbed by the Swing Gang for once. So of course, time to take revenge. Even Una remarks that they only seem to have taken Earth and no other Resonance Stones, and McBain says that, yeah, they must be very tunneled on it. Altos tells us that they have found someone who resisted sleep because he was eating mint candies. They realize that, yep, mint candy is the way to go. Grumpy Tiger, I'm going well. Everything is going well. Thanks for checking by. Happy we made it to the weekend? Same here, man. Same here. So Altos, because he can't really abide us getting robbed blind, he's going to join us. So the 5 of us, the dream team, are going to go put a stop to the Swing Gang. But first, we need to track down that rookie miner who was able to resist the Swing Gang's influence. Wherever he is. I think he's still in the tunnels. Don't make me take that slow elevator again. I'm gonna have to take the slow elevator again, right? Oh no. But first, let me check Altos. Okay, so Altos uses a sword. Cool. Okay, cool. There he is. Okay, we found him. So we're gonna borrow some mints from him, which helps us stay awake against the Swing Gang. And then we're gonna go chase down the Swing Gang and teach them a lesson. Teach them the lesson that they should have had since the start of the chapter. Alright, yo, rookie. So we've got some mint candies that helps us stay awake against their songs. Alto suggests that if we're hunting down the Swing Gang together, then Lady Pruthia is putting together a task force to track down the Swing Gang, so we might as well join them. Everybody salutes to Pruthia, and Lady Pruthia tells us to be careful and go hunt them down. Let's go. And there goes the squad marching off. They're sending an actual small army to deal with 5 bandits. Lady Pruthia tells us the Swing Gang has taken up a base in the old quarry. So we are going there now to hunt them down once and for all. She sent us forward with the first task force, and she will lead a second task force following behind right after. So off we go. We have a Swing Gang to hunt. I forgot to backroll the dog. Uh-oh. It's okay. Altos, you're so squishy. What the hell, Altos? Before we head off to finish things with the Swing Gang once and for all, Altos doesn't have a shield. That seems like a problem. I'm gonna buy him a shield. He's only gonna be here for this one fight, but I still wanna equip my boy as best as I am able. Nope, get out of the way. Okay, so equip Altos, take the shield. I guess you can. We don't need the proxy puppets. We should be fine. Alright, off we go. Everybody is well equipped. We have 5 people, and the Swing Gang has 5 people. So if we each take 1, it's fair. My tactics are still a mess. Okay, so with the shield, Alto starts taking 1 damage. And the dog still takes 7. Uh-oh. Probably works. Let's heal. Altos is still fine. I'm gonna change the squad to be like this. We fully backroll the dog, so the dog can't get himself up and get killed. Because apparently the dog is squishy as hell. Yeah, I just need to be careful about the angle that I take my engagements in, so I don't wrap McBain around. Dog's immortal, no worries, got a rat to back him up. You're technically not wrong, the dog hasn't died today, yet. Today, being the keyword. He gets hit pretty hard though. Let's check the map. Because I'm curious, there is a resonance stone in the old quarry. So let's see if it marks it out. Ah, yeah. In the old quarry, there used to be a stone here to begin with, and now there's 2 stones because the Swing Gang's in there and they have the earth resonance stone. And there's another Resonance Stone in there as well. So we should be able to get 2 for the price of 1. So Old Quarry up north. The Forte? Oh no, Forte healed. Right, Forte has a lifesteal blade. Okay, okay. Honestly, I'm feeling good about this. This team can take down the Swing Gang easily. If Altos doesn't die on me. If Altos doesn't die on me. All good. So along the way, I'm going to be running into rock thrower monkeys pretty soon. So I have exactly one person that can withstand the rock attack, and that's Forte. So I should almost position him middle, right? I don't know. Uh-oh. Everyone's asleep. And there's a Swing Gang. Take him. Get him. So this is the Scaredy Cat underling. We inform him that the second strike team is on the way and they're gonna be captured. The underling's first thought is it the death penalty if they get caught? And McBain says, yeah, probably. Death penalty. Guillotine. Just no trial. Head off. But if he confesses, maybe he could get a lighter sentence. And the underling says, what if we don't confess? And McBain says, death. It's just death. Forte tells McBain to be kinder to the guy. He scared the guy to tears. We asked the underling what he's doing here by himself, and he says, well, one of the soldiers got hurt, and he's just here checking up on the soldier's wounds. Forte thinks that, hey, you know, this particular gang member, he doesn't seem to be that bad. And there comes Lady Pruthia leading the second army. So there's one soldier that is wounded who was struck in his quote-unquote vital organ, probably not fatal, while he was put to sleep. The underling once again asks, hey, is the Swing Gang going to be put to death over this? And McBain makes fun of him for being really, really scared of the death penalty. The underling says that even though they've done many terrible things, he has constantly tried to convince the boss to not do any of the bad things. He says that it's okay if they put him to death, but they want him to save their boss. He says that the boss, even though he's done some bad things, he did take good care of him, taught him how to sing, and took him to travel around the world, and it was a really happy time. But it all changed when they discovered the Lullaby Resonance Stone. And as soon as they got their hands on the Lullaby Resonance Stone, they found the power to put people to sleep with music, and that's when the Swing Gang's crime spree began. This piques McBain's interest because turns out the boss of the Swing Gang has in his possession a Resonance Stone, the Resonance Stone Lullaby. Una asks where they found this Resonance Stone, and the underling confesses that about half a year ago they were taking shelter from a particularly savage rainstorm, and they found themselves taking shelter in a cavern. And inside the cavern, they found a strange stone with interesting musical carvings on top, and it turned out to be the Lullaby Stone. And discovering the stone, they found that magic powers within it capable of putting people to sleep. And ever since then, the Swing Gang has been putting people to sleep and then robbing them blind. He also says that they met a very strange man, a man with an interesting accent. Seems like he came from the Grey Soul continent. He's always been ordering the swing gang around with a little bit of a bossy attitude. Keeps trying to incite the boss to make a big score or do a big hit. He was the one who taught them how to use the Lullaby Stone as well as what a high price can fetch, and sent them on a crime spree to also hunt down other resonance stones. Underling once again begs for the boss to not be put to death. And we gotten some very interesting intel from him. The underling's been sent back to try to convince the boss to give himself up, as if that will happen. McBain says that the swing gang may have been misled and they're not intentionally bad people. They may be controlled by somebody in the shadows. He asks Lady Pruthia to take the injured soldiers as well as the second strike team and head back to Bozero. While at the same time, our party here will infiltrate deeper and try to put an end to the swing gang by ourselves. Lady Pruthia agrees because there are too many wounded out in the old quarry. So she is going to take the soldiers back. So the strike teams retreat, leaving just us. Now they're worried about the underling because if he goes too far to try to convince the boss, he might actually get himself hurt. So we're gonna break into the old quarry and check up on the guy. Make sure he's all okay. I'm gonna walk around a bit, see what I can get. So there's multiple points of entry. Alright, we'll start... let's start left to right. We'll work our way left to right. There are a lot of holes here. Okay. We'll start with... yeah, let's go left to right. Nothing here. Oh, wait, this bridge is broken. Okay, we can't go up here. So this is the first cave. Well, just a potion in here. Alright, that was a fast exploration. You know, let's... that makes me want to check by elevation, so let's check the lowest elevation first. Oh, this seems more cavernous. Okay. Now, rock thrower. Oh, he's gonna target not Forte. Ow, 14. Alright, tank it, Altos. Tank it! Tank it, Altos, you got this. Okay, you don't got this. I lied. I'm running. Alright, let's heal Alto. So we engage from this angle, so Forte can be the first one to the monkey. Oh no, Forte comes out from the left. Ah shit, alright. I'll force target the monkey, so he runs that way. And you guys just chill here for a sec. Okay, that should be close enough. Now you guys can attack. No, he looked at McBain. Well, whatever. Whatever, I'm too lazy to do anything about it. We'll just tank it. Yeah, we gotta... That monkey is a hero for blocking the way like that. Holy sh... Altos is stuck. Not like this. Okay, good. Aggro drawn. Do normal attacks. That was needlessly complicated, but we got through it. Huh. This is a much bigger place than I thought. Alright, nothing here. Whoa, much bigger. Okay. There's gonna be a monkey blocking the bridge. I'm gonna engage at a different angle. I'm gonna engage down so Forte pops out in the middle. I want to get him to first across the bridge. This should work. Perfect. Forte's the one tanking. Oh, not like this. What is that what is that rapid fire rock throw? Come on. That's actually cheating. You can't do that. I see a treasure chest down there. I have no way to get to it. I'm running in circles here. There's a pool of water here. This is a dead end. Oh, 2 rock throwers. And Forte's on the left side. Perfect. Alright, go double strike that monkey. If he can draw fire from both rock throwers, it's great. He's the only one who can survive this. Perfect. Now you go attack the other monkey. He's been poisoned. Let's cure him. Now save mana, switch off double hit. Cure Jan from poison. Forte's still taking down. We need to go help him. Oh, never mind. We'll just cure him outside the battle. Be cured. Oh, I see. McBain can punch his wall down. Hiya! Oh, just armor. Okay, well, that seemed to be a treasure vault, which simplifies things. So there's nothing left here for us. I think I explored everywhere. Yeah, we've been there. Pretty sure we've been here. Yep, okay. Alright, so that's the lower levels all explored. Let's head up. Let's ascend the elevation. Alright, which cave is correct? That cave is probably the correct way forward, so we're gonna check out this one first. Maybe not. Oh, also bad formation. Forte's behind us. Okay. You know what? If I'm gonna retake that fight, I'm gonna go check out the other cave first. Oh, what the hell? Really? Huh. Okay. There's nothing here. There's nothing there. Alright, go Forte! Draw the aggro! Nice. Oh no, Altos. Altos walked up too far. Altos! He's taking 8 damage. Oh, he's taking single damage from rocks. Ow. Oh, my poor boy. Okay, there's one down. Not bad. I mean, Altos has a rock for a head now, but not bad. Let's heal him with... I think Una is closer to a level up, so we'll heal him with Una. It's a more potent heal too. Oh, we heard noises. There's sound pipes here. Now we can hear their conversation. So here's the underling trying to get the boss to give up the life of crime. And he gets beat up. Of course. Oh, wow. Multiple beat-ups. Oh my god, he's just getting destroyed. Yeah, he's just getting jumped by the rest of the gang. Uh-oh. And he's getting dragged off. They're gonna lock him up for betrayal. Forty wants to rush in to save him, but McBain tells him to stop. Getting beat up by multiple people does suck, but it's probably not gonna get any worse than this. McBain says that to date, Swing Gang has only stole stuff. They never really killed anybody, so they're probably not gonna kill their own underling. So he's probably gonna be fine. We don't really need to rush in there to save him or anything like that. Wait. This seems like a dead end. It's a dead end. Alright. I'm not sure what I was expecting. Oh, who's gonna tank the rocks? It's McBain. Oh my god, McBain! Just has no resistances! Alright, Alto's gonna tank some fire here. You know, honestly, one rock monkey is survivable. It's no longer as bad as it was when I first saw them. Ooh, Una's one battle away from a level up. Okay, so we top everybody up as her. Just spend all of her mana. Because she's gonna level up and get it all back next fight. Oh, heal point. Perfect. Seems like a good place to save as well. Oh, one more sound pipe. So the sound pipe is the boss talking to us. He tells us the reason this place was locked down because 10 years ago there was a vicious monster outbreak. Here comes the said vicious monsters. Whatever the hell this thing is. Mossman? Zombies. Okay, they're actually just called zombies. Alright, fight! Oh shit! Okay, that's actually a concern. Oh my god, I don't do damage to them. Oh shit, okay. No, okay. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. Alright, Forte, this isn't working. Okay. We need a new strategy. They actually are kind of a problem, not your typical shamblers. Okay, we need a new strategy. So, we swap off. Oh no, we can't. Cause then who will do damage? Okay. Here's the plan. So they petrify and poison, and I have one way to live petrify, which is the cleanse resonance stone, which I currently have on McBain. I'm gonna give this stone to Forte, because physical attacks don't do jack shit. And I backline Forte so he can't get hit. I sacrifice the dog. And do this. Okay, right off the bat. Shit, that's the wrong stone, fuck! I gave him the wrong stone. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I clicked the wrong menu. I realized that. Okay. Okay, resonate, water. Water magic's the only thing can hit it. Now, use your crafts against... We'll take them out one at a time. Oh, Forte. Forte, you stand the hell back. You have no job here. Okay, heal McBain. That's one down. We got one. We focused one down. Where the hell's that button? Cure McBain. Have McBain run back. Una, heal. Heal my dog. Cure the dog of poison. You can cure McBain, or at least try to. No, you're kidding. They had to petrify. Okay, how do I... Oh, this is anti-petrify. Okay, so that's another heal. Forte, cleanse Altos. McBain. McBain, go punch the shit out of one of these zombies. I don't care who. You can recast resonance, dog heal yourself. Oh, he's poisoned. Oh, cool. Cure the poison. Cure the poison again. Una is doing all the damage. She just needs to be safe. Keep curing the poisons. You know, Rock Breaker isn't actually doing much. Just switch to normals. Okay, that's everybody cured. Cure again. That should be the fight. Alright, that was an interesting fight. Alright, so now we take Cleanse off Forte, give it back to McBain, put the dog in the backline again, Una here. That should be good. And I'm gonna use the bed again. Now we can go deeper. And here we are, boys. Sup, Swing Gang? The boss is like, how'd you get in here? What happened to the monsters? Forte is like, easy fight. There's no escape, Swing Gang. Give us the Earth Resonance Stone. That's a lot of HP! Okay. So to begin, on turn 1, or at least right off the bat, every single person should eat one of the mint candies, which gives us immunity to Lullaby for the rest of the fight. So every single person, go ahead and eat one. Nope, that's a firecracker, don't eat that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Now we can fight. Let's focus on one of the underlings. Let's just go all out against one underling, take him out. So double strike, quadruple square blade, punch him, do whatever, I don't care. So the lullabies from the boss will whiff, because we all ate mint. Oh, that actually doesn't, that does 19 damage on 8 mana, that's not worth it actually. Okay, that's one slime member, swing gang member down. Let's heal Forte. There's a human wall in front of Jan, so the dog should never be interrupted from casting. So now we... Oh, 25 damage, yes please. Okay. Oh, that's 20 damage onto the dog, that's a lot of pain. Heal Forte, get this heal off, he's fine. Now double shot on anyone. Okay, so double shot. Swing gang leader. That's him down, everyone's down. Fight over. We found Earth and Lullaby. And there's the scaredy cat underling with Lady Pruthia. The underling wakes up the boss and walks over to Lady Pruthia and begs for the boss's life. Said underling proceeds to beg for him to receive the death penalty in exchange for the rest of the gang being let go, which I don't think is how that works. The boss calls him an idiot because all the calls were made by him, because he received those letters from the strange man. Pruthia says that if they have redemption, if they have the desire for redemption in their hearts, perhaps they can be forgiven with good community service. So they've all been sentenced to go work as miners in the quarry, and in their spare time they can still sing for the miners. That is to be their fate. That is the end of chapter 1. That was for chapter 1? Yeah. Out of 7. So our activities in Burzoro is done. And now we're off to our next destination, Dogarna. Lady Pruthia thanks her for her service for apprehending the Swing Gang at last. Uno wonders who was the mysterious figure that were sending the Swing Gang instructions to do evil. Lady Pruthia says they're unsure of their identity, but hopefully they'll resolve it one day. And before we leave, Altos comes and bids us goodbye. Altos comes up and catches up to us and says that he's actually stopping by the next town. And as long as we're going that way, might as well party up for a bit longer before we have to say goodbye. So here comes Altos. And we get some fresh bread. And off we go. Well, of course, before that, this is Earth Magic. I'll give that to Forte. And of course, Lullaby. The Resonance Stone that can put enemies to sleep. Who wants it? I feel like this is one of the first things I unequip, but I'll give it to McBain for now. Alright, let's make a new save. And because that's the end of Act 1, that is a fitting place to end our escapades for the day, but of course, before we go offline every single time, we must do a summary of what has happened in the day, just to catch everybody up to speed. So, when we began the story, we were just clearing up the misunderstandings with Schubert, which feels like a lifetime ago now. Schubert's grandparent happens to be the first principal of the Cantus Musical School and had close personal ties with Leon Frederick Richter. So with Leon's instructions, the old man had in his possession a resonance stone, and after freeing him from the Swing Gang's attempts to rob him blind, we have earned his trust and acquired one resonance stone. In our next journey, we meet up with Altos, the man who took first place over Forte during the very first competition in the start of the game. Altos becomes fast friends with us and expresses his desire to play music, not out of a necessity or a will to travel as a traveling musician, but instead to try to get in touch with his long estranged sister, who is a talented songstress, but they were split from young age due to reasons unknown to Altos and something that his parents are not willing to disclose. While on our way to look for the next resonance stone, we went to the quarry in the town of whatever the hell this place is called again. How did I forget this? I just said this name too, my god. We went to the quarry and worked as temporary miners, but as soon as we acquired the resonance stone, the Swing Gang catches up to us and puts us to sleep. Feeling like this is a score long since unsettled, we chase them down to the old quarry and bring them down. There we catch one of the old Swing Gang underlings who wants to redeem his boss because he's not inherently a bad guy but was led astray on the path of evil after receiving letters from a very strange hooded man. The hooded man explained that the stone that he chanced upon was the Lullaby Resonance Stone and told him to use it to put people to sleep and then rob them and do evil. After defeating the Swing Gang, the entire gang repents, has been given reduced sentencing for community service to work at the quarry to basically make up for their past of crime. We say thanks to the people here and we move on to our next destination, which is the city of Dogarna. And that is the end of Chapter 1 and the beginning of Chapter 2 out of, and I repeat, Chapter 2 out of 7. Surprisingly enough, the story has just begun. We're actually not traveling musicians forever. Eventually there's kingdoms and armies and actual intrigue, but that will have to wait. I will see you guys next time, and thank you for coming. This is a shorter stream than usual, about 40 minutes shorter than I'd like it to be, but I do have other priorities to attend to soon. But thanks for coming. Take care. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one, guys.